What's going on, everyone? It's Sean from All Things EV, and in this video I want to take a look at whether you should buy the mid-range Model 3 or wait for the standard range. So I'm going to cover a few topics that will hopefully give you a little bit more clarity on which direction you should go, because I think it's not just about price. Let's dive in. If you buy the mid-range Model 3 right now, in the door, the very minimum that you could buy it for is $46,000, of course, without considering taxes. The cost of the standard range Model 3 will have a starting price of $35,000. Assuming that the standard range battery will be available at some point before June, you'll be able to take advantage of the $3,750 tax credit, which is what it goes down to after 2018. So the total price, factoring in that federal tax credit, the $35,000 minus the $3,750 would be $31,250. So if you decide to buy the mid-range Model 3 now, before the end of 2018, you'd pay $38,500. That's $7,250 more than what you would pay if you were to wait and just buy the standard range Model 3 with the $3,750 tax credit. That's of course assuming that the standard range Model 3 will be available to people here in the US before June of 2019. Now, if you wait until 2019 to buy the mid-range Model 3, you will be paying $46,000 minus the $3,750 federal tax credit, which comes to $42,250. If you compare the cost difference between that mid-range Model 3 purchased in 2019 versus the standard range Model 3 purchased in 2019, that's an $11,000 difference. And if you purchase any Model 3 between July and December of 2019, that tax credit then cuts again in half to $1,725, making the cost of the standard range Model 3 $33,275 and the mid-range Model 3 $44,275. The other thing that you should consider in terms of cost and price is not just what it's going to cost to purchase the car now versus later, but also what it's costing you now to drive a gasoline car. So the cost of gasoline as well as oil changes, those things you won't have to deal with when you buy an electric car. So make sure and factor that in too. You also might want to consider the environmental cost too. Maybe it's worth it to you to pay a little bit extra now versus later, knowing that you're not driving a gasoline car. The other factor that I would consider is the opportunity cost. For example, let's say the extra 40 miles of range that you would get with the mid-range Model 3 over the standard is enough to maybe not have you stop at a supercharger on the way home. Maybe you drive a lot, and maybe that extra 40 miles is just enough to get you to and from work and back home safely without having to stop and charge. That extra 40 miles of range on the mid-range Model 3 may also give you just the added peace of mind. And as someone who drives a lot, who just recently got a battery upgrade in my Model S, that peace of mind can make a really big difference. Some other things that you should consider is if you've got a pending repair on your current car that is going to cost $7,250 or more, you should definitely get the mid-range Model 3 right now. The other opportunity cost that I sort of alluded to is waiting until 2019 to buy any Model 3. If you don't take advantage of buying a Model 3 in 2018, you then see that federal tax credit for buying an electric vehicle cut in half from $7,500 to $3,750. As I said in the beginning of the video, this is very much a personal decision and very much depends on your personal situation and your motivating factors too. But if I did not address a question that maybe you have that you need answers on in order to make that decision on whether you should buy now or wait until next year, feel free and put it in the comments down below. And if you do need an owner's referral code, mine will be at the bottom of this video as well as in the video description. It does get you some incentives as of right now, but those incentives do kind of change from time to time at the moment if you use an owner's referral code before December 18th, I think it is, you'll get 6 months of free supercharging. I can get some of your questions answered and address some of the concerns that you may have, and if you use my referral code, it will get me just a little bit closer to 100% discount on that Roadster. Thanks so much for watching, and if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. If you are a regular, hit that like button, and I'll see everyone on the next video.